Hey guys, and welcome back to another Warframe 2024 playthrough episode. This week is going to be another boring, grindy week, similar to our Endo week. However, we're going to be focusing largely on Platinum this week, as last week we ranked up basically all the mods that we wanted to rank up. Apologies as well, by the way, my voice is starting to go, so yeah, bear with me. But yeah, we basically just need to start hoarding Platinum. And then once we've hoarded the Platinum, we're going to gather up all of the bits that we need to rank up to get us up to, yeah, the max MR. So we'll start with getting all of the frames and all of the sentinels and pets. That's first port of call. And then we will focus on weaponry and everything else that we need to do, basically. So yeah, that is the plan. To get the Platinum, we are basically just going to be opening relics. We could do some vault runs as well, some Archon vaults, but yeah, I'm not really sure if that's going to be something we do, because we also need to be collecting prime parts as well, you know, to get the max MR. We need to also get all the prime weapons and the prime frames and the prime companions. So yeah, we'll probably just do opening relics for now. And what I'm also going to do, anytime that it's night this week, we are going to be doing Eidolon hunting. So if I'm online and it turns to nighttime, we stop whatever we're doing, we just jump into the plains, and yeah, we go ahead and do that. But first of all, we obviously have to get the weekly stuff and things done, which includes the Archon Hunt and also the Netracells, which I will show on camera this week us doing. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing for that. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Alright guys, so I've got Titania on plus 300% strength buff this week, so I'm going to give her a go. It is against the snake, so yeah, not got high hopes. I do have the Latum on just in case we need to resort to that, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get away with just the Dex Pixie, because yeah, one, that's how fast I go after. One, you can see I get 113% extra strength and speed, or not strength, damage and speed on my Dex Pixia, so yeah, we'll see how this fares. I've also got Madurai on, so let's try that. 149%. I think we're probably still gonna die. I think that's what we've established here. Although it is better. Really? Yeah, we can probably do this. Let's continue to the end and see what we get. All right, there we go. Now let's try and not die on the way out. Too fast. Ooh, we're out of energy. That's not so good. But we're out just the same. Nice. Affinity booster. Interesting. Okay. Not sure if we can make use of that now. Maybe there's a few things we can rank up. We've still got Necromech to rank up, so we could maybe make use of that. And a normal Ambushard. Meh. That's okay, I guess. Let's now move on to the Netracells. Okay guys, so this is currently what I'm running for Netracells. So this is basically my Chroma, I mean it's my Chroma Profit Taker build with just one minor adjustment on my pole, my Exodia Contagion build. So yeah, basically fairly high strength Chroma with decent duration. If you've got full Guardian, then go ahead and whack that on, as well as Grace, because that'll allow you to just stay alive indefinitely. I do have to be very careful with this build, I must be honest. And yeah, it's more comfortable running in a squad, but for the purposes of this, I'm just showing you can actually do it solo with, I wouldn't say a relatively cheap build. Obviously, we've got 2 maxed Umbral mods and a maxed Brian Flow. It's definitely not a cheap build, but we're MR14, we're doing this solo. It's not crazy late game. Just running Rubico for damage, and then Latum again for damage, although we'll probably swap over to our Viral Radiation build. Same with on our Exodia Contagion Zor, we're just running Viral Radiation, and then we'll run Madurai for extra damage also. And that's pretty much it, guys, so yeah. Let's hop in, we'll take all 4 on solo, and then yeah, we should be able to do it just fine. So you don't actually have to get the all of these terminals to find the location of the Netracell, but I'd usually recommend, especially on solo, doing 2. If you're in a squad, then it's probably better to get someone who's, you know, a bit speedier, maybe running like Titania or Volt or something, to just go ahead and see if you can actually, yeah, make it to the Vault before it's found by your teammates. Oh dear, that was a mistake. Kind of want to just aim for the center of this this area. It's probably going to be over here. Yeah, there we go. And now, yeah, we can come out and do all this. Kill some enemies. We'll mainly be using our Zor, since that does by far the most damage. Nearly there. There we go. So now we should be able to get in here. You can break stuff in here. Usually you'll get at least one Entrati Lanthorn. There you go. Let's be careful. We did lose our armor again. But we should be able to get out of here. No problem. So let's see what we get. Alright. So first one done. 10 minutes. Not too bad. And we got an Asia Archon shard. Archon shard. My bad. So yeah. Not too shabby at all. 5 Entrati Lanthorns. That's quite nice. 10 minutes each one, you know, you can do 5 a week. I usually do like 1 per day or something like that. So yeah, we'll keep going, see what we get on the other 4. And then we'll move on to just farming platinum and also doing Eidolon hunts. Alright guys, so my microphone actually just stopped working for some reason at this point in the recording. So everything from now on I'm kind of just talking over the top of post-recording, which is kind of annoying, but these things happen. Anyway, yeah, right here we're just farming up a load of relics as best we can. I've actually got very lucky with opening relics, and we've managed to get ourselves a fair few golds. What I'm doing at the moment, I am actually just holding on to anything that's not a duplicate. So a lot of the golds that we've actually got, which are quite rare, I've decided to hold on to. So our platinum at the moment is still, it's still quite low. But yeah, hopefully, once we've obviously done enough relic opening, we'll be able to sell quite a bit off. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this for a while, guys, and we'll look to maybe get our Eidolon build set ready for a 6x3, fingers crossed. Alright, so Baro is now here, and sod's law, he has the Vastalok. Every time, you know, when we go and buy it with platinum, it shows up at exactly that right time. Ooh, thanks very much. I don't think there's really much else in here we need to buy, except up at the top there is a primed Fever Strike, which we will we'll probably go ahead and grab. But yeah, there's nothing else really here that we want. Maybe the Viper Wraith actually we could grab, since we do want to be collecting as much as we possibly can right now. And we've probably done enough relic opening to get ourselves enough ducats to actually afford that. So yeah, let's get those 2. Yeah, we've got quite a lot here. So I'm just gonna go through, go ahead and select all of the duplicates, stuff that we don't already have, and then we'll see how much we end up with. Okay, so we've ended up with a nice 895 Arcane ducats right there, so that should be enough to get us both the Prime Fever Strike and the Viper Wraith, although I think before I get that I'm going to have to probably, yep, I'm going to have to buy a weapon slot, so let's see what we can get rid of. I think Ether Reaper maybe, I don't think that stacks into anything. Just trying to think what kind of weapons aren't going to be needed for building other weapons. Yeah, it's tricky. I think probably The Gram up at the top. Might be able to get rid of that. Don't think we're going to use that on anything. The Grokata will obviously build into the dual Grokatas. So yeah, I think Gram we can probably sell and get rid of that. We're going to get the Gram Prime anyway at some point, and yeah, we're never going to use normal Gram probably. So let's go ahead and sell that. And then we can go ahead and buy the Viper Wraith. Nice. Alright. Let's carry on, guys. Alright, guys. So once again, obviously, my microphone died. So I was talking throughout this bit, but now that I'm obviously going to edit this video, I am just going to do a bit of commentary over this. So this is our first attempt at a 6x3 fast enough run. So what we're looking for is a sub 7 minutes and 20 seconds on the last limb of the Hydralist. If we can do that, we can definitely get ourselves a 6x3. So that's what we are aiming for. Now, during this run, I definitely don't do a lot of things I would usually do in my, more speedy runs. I'm playing fairly safe. And the build is basically exactly the same as it was before, but we now have access to a full Arcane Nullifier, which means that I don't have to run away every single time the Eidolon does an energy spike. So yeah, basically, we're going to do it exactly as we did before, but we can now stay close enough where we can set up for a full amp combo, but we are not going to be melee swapping to frame. We're just going to swap to frame normally. And on the Terrorist, we can get away with just using Proper and not Replac, because 50% of the time it's going to one-shot the shield anyway in one Proper shot. So yeah, backs and forwards. And then I don't actually have any ciphers, I don't think, left, so we're going to have to gather up these lures manually. Fortunately, we get a few auto hacks, which is quite nice. Untraceable is really good here, by the way, if you don't have it on your Parazon. It allows you to go invisible after hacking, which means that you don't get a lot of the aggro from the enemies in the camps, which is especially useful if you aren't using ciphers, because, you might be hanging around at the camps a bit longer than you'd like to. So yeah. Once we come to do the Gantalist and the Hydralist, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing our normal combo, so 2 Proper shots and 1 Replac shot, but then rather than insta melee swapping on our Replac shot, we're just going to casually swap back into our frame. And yeah, we're taking it kind of slowly, I guess, just to make sure we don't mess up. Using our Vastalok to strip away some of the armor. Still don't have the right stance mod for that though, so we should probably get our hands on that soon enough. So just like that. So rather than insta-swapping on that last bit, I'm just going to be using 5 on my keyboard transference to come into Warframe. It's a tiny bit, well, it's not tiny bit slow, it's quite a bit slower actually, but with the stance mod I have on the Vastalok right now, if it messes up, then it will actually be slower to take out the limb if I happen to get the combination wrong. And we also need a bit more damage at this stage as well, it looks like. Alright, so exactly the same for Hydralist, although, yeah, that's a bit of a bug. And we also get a long spawn here. Now I'm going to try and just see what the Proper into the ground works like here. You can still do it, as you can see. But we should have probably just done it normally, just for safety. We probably could have saved ourselves a couple seconds. Once again, we're going to strip the Eidolon with the Vastalok and Shattering Impact. And do the same thing as we did on the Gantalist, 2 Propers, 1 Replac, and then transference back into frame and take it out with the Rubico. And yeah, we'll just keep doing that now until the fight is up. And there we go. Park our Necromech in the doorway so that it stays open. Park our lures. Then we can use Netracell's third ability to drag in all of the loot and get out ASAP. So yeah. Let's carry on. Alright, so now that I've done a ton of relic opening and we've got our Eidolon build up quite high, I was going to just quickly see here how much more in the way of ducats we can get from all the new parts that I've gathered up. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through, all of this now, see what kind of duplicates we've got and how many ducats we can get, and then whatever we have, we'll go ahead and buy as many, probably Vastaloks as we possibly can, and we can obviously use that to boost our platinum income a bit, because right now, the Vastalok is about 50 platinum each, even though it's, in the Void Trader's shop at the moment. Because it's about 550 ducats each. So yeah, it's probably worth getting at least 2 if we can. If not, 1 should suffice. We bought 1 for platinum. We can sell 1 for platinum and get it back. It's not too much of a problem. So yeah, I'm gonna go through and sell everything off, and then we'll see what we can get. Alright, so we're at 1,100 ducats, which should be enough to get exactly 2 Vastaloks. Alternatively, we could get some Prime Fever Strikes. Let me just check how much they are. I think that's probably in the range of 30 each, so it's not really as worth it, I don't think. And that'll probably come down a bit more as well. We can max them out, obviously, but that involves more endo farming, which I just do not want to do. So yeah, I think we will just stick to the Vastalok. So let's grab 2 of these. We're going to need to buy some weapon slots, but that's fine because we're going to need to do that anyway, because we're now gathering up all of the stuff that we need. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab 2 of these. There we go. And yeah, like I said before, there's nothing really else in that shop that we're going to want. So I think what we'll do now, we'll just head back to the Orbiter guys and we'll round out the video. Okay, so bringing this episode to a close, it's actually been a very productive week. What is going on with my Vault model right here? Let's shake that out a bit. There we go. Yeah, we got ourselves a load of new Prime parts, so we've done a lot of relic opening this week, more than I was actually planning on doing, so that's pretty good. If we take a quick look in our inventory right here, we can see just how much stuff we now have, and yeah, it's quite substantial. And I was getting parts that were vaulted as well, like quite a lot. So like Mesa Prime Systems, for example, is one of them that I just happened to scroll by. But yeah, we're definitely starting to gather up a lot, and you can see here my platinum's up quite high now, 83. We did spend 12 platinum on 2 weapon slots so that we could get those extra Vastaloks. So we've managed to get a bit of platinum, even though we have been holding on to, some of the more valuable items we've got, like the Mesa Systems. That's 30 platinum by itself. We could have just sold, but I'm holding on to it for now so that, we can actually have that ready to go when we need to build it. So yeah, all in all, not too shabby on the relic front at all. Very happy with that. And also on the Eidolon front as well, we now have our maxed out Arcane Nullifier, so we can do 6x3s as we've proven. That's 714 at long spawn. That run was earlier. Apologies again that my microphone just decided not to work this episode for some reason, or for half of it at least. Kind of bummed me out because I had to go back over the recording and yeah, just make sure that there was some kind of commentary over it. But yeah, we're starting to, pick up some more Arcanes now, which is nice. These will start filling up much faster now that we can actually do 6x3s consistently. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. And before we finish, I'll go ahead and throw up the tally for the week. Well, not for the week, actually. It's for the total series so far. I'm going to do that instead of just, how much we get each week, because some weeks, like I said, we'll get none. As you can see, much more Terrorists than Gantalists and Hydralists, and that is just because we were maxing out our Arcane Nullifier first before we got on to doing any of the Hydralist or Gantalist captures. I think I did that the wrong way around. But yeah, either way, you can see now, yeah, we're starting to push forward with Eidolons, which is good. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. I'll see you later, guys.